Good morning, students. Let us begin. Today in chapter 4, we are going to learn about organizing is the second most important function of management. Let us start with first the meaning. What the organizing means. You have to organize. You have to do something systematic. You have to do something well planned and in proper order. So that activity what you do in management terms known as an organizing. You are trying to give a shape to the business body. You are trying to give some structural aspect to your business body. That is what to be said organizing. So how you write in the words as a meaning for organizing. So organizing, the meaning is the formal administrative structure. Formal. It should be on paper. It should be very much precise and everybody has to accept it. When you do some work in a formal manner, it means that everyone's acceptance is compulsory. It is mandatory for you to admit and accept it. Administrative structure. We are talking about not the physical structure, we are talking about the administrative structure. How the functions will be performed by the particular person who is appointed at a particular place. So, admin structure that is formed to enable effective implementation of planning. In planning, we have decided the goal, the objective, the purpose, what you want to achieve, for what the business is running. All these things we have cleared in planning. Now, that is the planning is the theoretical aspect and organizing is the practical implementation aspect of that planning. So, in the base, it is going to be the planning. So, as based on the planning, how effectively you are going to implement that you can understand through the organizing. That is what called as organizing. This is the structure formed in order to enable the delegation of authority and responsibility. The basic function the organization structure doing is that assigning the delegation of authority and responsibility. Every individual who works in an organization must know that what work I have to do, who is my boss and who is my subordinate, who are my colleagues and how I have to do my work, in which department, what work and how. These things should be very precisely clear, understood by the person when you have assigned him that these many are your authority means your rights and these many are your responsibility means you are liable to. Two sides of a coin, only authority is given, then person misuse. Only responsibility is given, person unable to do. So both should be equal and both should be given to the person precisely so that there won't be any clash of authority and there won't be any missing of authority, that nobody should left over and nobody should given more or nobody should given less. That what you do on paper with too much of study and with all the aspects kept in mind, that is what you can say organizing. So authority and responsibility towards the people, those who are actively engaged for the common goal. See, all are coming to business to do the work for business, to do the work for company in which they are working. It is not any their personal act. They are doing teamwork for the business. So goal is common. So many people are working together and that's why the authority responsibility has to be properly assigned. And this what task to do known as a organizing. In other words, you can say that organizing is a body, it is a structure, it is a particular picture, chart. With the help of that, you can understand who is doing what and if you are looking for some person, in which department that person you will find. So it gives some structural aspect, some body to the unit. The structure of business unit is on paper. What they are doing? They are preparing work, then the top management keep with them. So immediately they search and they will find who is working where, for what the work is going on, and whether the accomplishment is properly done or not. So the whole business unit, every employee position become clear with the help of study of the chart of an organization. So organization is nothing but making the place and the work specific for every individual in business unit, and who is working at what place and what task that person is doing. Easily management can understood, or anyone entered into a business can understood with the help of organizational structure. So we are trying to give a shape to the business unit where for the common goal so many people are working together and the authority responsibility divided among them, and effective implementation of that planned project possible in the business unit. So this is what all about organization meaning. Now let us understand the characteristics. The characteristics from the meaning, how many things you come to know. The first, the characteristics, that it's a goal-oriented activity. Whatever you are doing, you are giving a structure that is for the purpose. You know, the planning is the base for your organization. So here, goal is clear, that authority responsibility to be given to whom as per their qualification, experience, their abilities, their leadership qualities and their capacity to do the work. So based on that, with a very precise goal, you are divide the activity among the people. Second, planning is the base. Organization is the second step in the total functions of management. It's not possible that you do organizing first and then you do planning. So planning is an engine and organizing is the second bogie. So here, whatever precisely mentioned in the plan, the goal is clear. Based on that goal, the organization structure is to be done. The next is delegation of authority and responsibility. In meaning, we have clearly mentioned that the purpose of organizing is that we want to give work, assign to give work to a particular person, particular task. So that is what authority. To do the work, that person must have a room that under what authority I can get work done from others. So that authority has to be given. The next is responsibility. When the rights are given, always there should be responsibility. So responsibility means now the person is liable to fulfill particular task and to achieve particular goal. If he is unable to, he is answerable. He has to answer why the particular task is not performed properly. Number 3, that is importance to the human element. Keep in mind that you are dealing the humans. Humans are in center. Whatever structure you may prepare at that time, if a very highly qualified person is there and if you ask that person to be placed at a 4th class employee level, do you think that person going to stick to that work or going to be there for any reason? Today he may accept your proposal, but is it possible that person will stay over there? No. The human feelings, the human education, the human potentials, the human abilities and capacity. Person can work for 8 hours in a particular shift. You can't ask him to do 3 shifts together and to be there at a place for 3 consecutive hours. That 8 3s are 24 hours, he can't work. So keep in mind that the person, human, is in the center. Accordingly, the allocation to be done. The third is that flexibility. You are making a chart, you are making the placement, but in uncertain and unexpected situation, you may have to change. You may have to keep certain things. There should be a room of flexibility. Flexibility means you can change immediately. The prompt reaction towards the change in that normal your structure. So scope should be there for the flexibility because you deal with the uncertain future. External factors is beyond your control. So when you deal with internal and external factor, sometimes the flexibility is must so that you can cope up the changes whatever prevail in market. Establishment of the internal relationship. The basic purpose of an organizational structure is that we want to establish the relationship at a one level, middle level. 5 people are head of the department. So their relationship is that every department head has to cooperate one another because all are at equal level. Like that, the top management, the relationship between middle and the top level management. It means top level right to order and the middle level has, it is a duty to respect whatever orders are given. So that relationship of subordinate and of the authority and the boss, that relationship to be established. One employee of the same department is working with another employee, that relationship is a colleagues. They are at a par and the same category. So they have to help and understand one another problem, and like that the relationship of healthy, good and cooperative relationship to be established in the organization. Motivating and control. The organizing can be used to motivate. When you promote someone from the lower cadre to the higher cadre, you can utilize it for the purpose of motivating your employee. They will work more, they will respect more, they will feel enthusiastic and they are encouraged to be good with the company because promotion is given to them. They feel that yes, my value the company has done, the business has done, so let me dedicate more to my company. In the same manner, control. As you know that who is working at what place. So easy for you to monitor, easy for you to control, and you can expect a person to be at a place where he should be. If he found somewhere here and there, you have the full right to ask him, inquire and scold if necessary. So controlling becomes easy if the structure is prepared. Motivation possible if you are upgrading someone in the structure from bottom towards higher place. It's a group activity. The total number of employees of an organization are split at various places. It means that it's not for one person you are doing it for many, those who are engaged in the business unit. So it's a group activity. It is not an activity only for the few or for one person. The next is a control administrative structure. Again, here we have already said that controlling possible. Here also the same point, that your administrative structure remain under control. Top management has that flow chart. So immediately they can watch and immediately they can supervise, and they are able to keep a control over the whole activity going on in a business unit. So today we have done the meaning of organizing and the characteristics. In your textbook chapter number 4, page number 36 and 37, you have the explanation about it. For your further reference, you can revise this. Thank you.